Welcome to another quick tutorial. Today, we'll be exploring the Zabist style tool, a set of 4 pre-made prompts that will take you from start to finish in generating an amazing image. Join me as we dive into the workflow using this helpful tool. First things first, head over to my webpage and hover your mouse over the Generators and Tools tab. From there, select the Zabist style tool. Once you're on the Zabist style tool page, you'll find 4 buttons, each with a pre-made prompt attached to it. The first button, called Drawing Style, generates drawing style images without using negative prompts. I like to use this button to sketch out the main composition. Next, I activate the negative prompt and use the second button, called First Variations, to start defining the image, getting details, and in-painting backgrounds. Finally, if I feel the image needs a little more photorealism, I'll use the 4th button called Photo Style. Let's get started by selecting the Drawing Style button and pasting its content into the playground prompt. From there, we can start writing our image composition. For this tutorial, I'll be using a portrait resolution and selecting 7/35 for guidance and detail respectively. I'll also be using the K. Euler Ancestral Sampler to get started. Once you have all of your settings in place, hit the Generate button. Let's use this image as a starting point and switch over to the second button, called First Variations. This button will help me add more details, use in-painting for extra features, and add a more realistic aesthetic to the image. Now imagine that we want to add an armor. For that, we will use the in-painting feature and mask the area where armor should be placed. Update your prompt with new words that will help generate the armor when using the in-painting feature. We will substitute with white shirt with wearing a leather armor. Press Generate. I'm going to switch things up and try using the D-Dim sampler for this next step. Think of samplers like chefs. They all know the recipe, but each one cooks differently, resulting in a unique outcome. Since we're trying to add armor to a flat color and less texture area, let's use the prompt to force the generator to create iron plates in that area. We're starting to see some armor being added to the skin now that we've used the prompt to give the generator more information to work with. Instead of resetting the image to start again, we can simply click the variation button and the tool will automatically generate an image with the same mask as before. Since we now have a reference image with more texture, it will be easier to generate the armor. Alright, now that we've made some progress, I'm going to create a new in-painting specifically for the shoulders. This way we can focus on adding more detail and texture to that area. That's fine, we are just sketching our image. Next, let's add some additional features to the image. We can try adding a front head protection, changing the hair to red and long, and including some words in the background like battlefield, smoke, and particles, and cinematic vibe. Unfortunately, the front head protection didn't turn out as well as we had hoped. I was too lazy to go find the best English word for it. Sorry about that. I'm going to switch up the sampler again and see if I can get results that I like more. I was starting to get frustrated with the previous results, but I realized that I hadn't been using the negative prompt with my detailed prompt. Let's see how that changes things. As you can see, there's a significant difference when using the negative prompt. If I had remembered to use it from the beginning, we could have achieved better results right from the start. Let's switch between samplers and try out different variations to see if we can find an image that we're even more pleased with. Now that I've found an image that I like, I'm going to fine-tune it by switching to the Euler sampler and using my photo style prompt from the website. I'll play around with the strength, aiming for about 60 or more to give the image just a little more realistic style. From here, you can either stop or get even more creative by using filters, going to edit mode, and changing the style of the lighting. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial and that it's opened up new possibilities for your own creations.